Wizard Workshops. Here we are at the backyard, and the challenge today is, can I mould a paper mache type thing, sculpture, using a silicone mould? And here we are. A friend has got this Hollander which beats the flax fibre or any fibre into a pulp, which is then usable for making paper. So I'll show you that too. By the by, here's the frames, decals that you put in the diluted pulp over there. But first, my little quest. Somebody's waiting on the filter, so I'm going to plonk this into the silicone mould. Here we go. I've already filtered it out, so it's sort of a little bit less moist. So now I'm pushing it in. There's no mold release because I figure that silicone has got enough, properties. It won't stick to the pulp. So the next question is, can I dry it out in reasonable time? Because pulp holds a lot of moisture. So I think I can, and I just in a minute I'll go over to the place where I've cast a leaf, and that is drying out, and that came out of the mould with mold release because it was a plaster mould. So just see, I might just show you a little bit more. This filter is I just need a little bit more. Amber is waiting. She's doing paper, I'm doing pulp casting, I suppose you'd call it. So this is native New Zealand flax pulp, mostly, with a bit of I believe it's got a bit of cotton, which gets whirred up in a blender possibly, and cut up, whirred in a blender. Oh yes, and a little bit of caustic soda heating up for the flax anyway. You need that. So okay, that's filtered. I'll plonk that in there, and now I will release the filter, and now we'll go over here and I'll show you these really cool pieces of paper that are drying in the Northland, well no, East Cape sun. And here we are, Gisborne sun. There we are, some round paper made in a round decal, and I'll just quietly go over here, not show any faces, but there we are. It's like panning for gold. So that's quite thick paper, eh?
It is, but a little bit thin in places.
Mm-hmm. But the beauty of it is you can just put it back in the...
like this.
Yeah, recycle.
Gone.
Yeah. So I will now go around to... this is my little improvised hothouse, and there is the little leaf which I actually cast, and I'm just drying it, but I'll show you. The idea is that you could do book covers like this, really intensely carve the whole cover pattern in something like, well, whatever, and wood or anything, and as long as you can release it after you've pressed the pulp in, that's gold. I mean, you could make the most fabulous carved covers, and I intend to. I do embossed covers, but just using a roller press to press the card into the carved or dremeled cover pattern. But this would be so cool, and this here is quite a deep carving, a pattern for a tree of life. So now the idea is you have to kind of soak out the excess, and I think I will go over here and I will borrow this. This looks like what they were using. I could ask Jess, but she's not quite right here, so I will just quietly borrow it. And the idea is to remove the excess water. Oh, look at that. It seems to be working. Yes, imagine the potential. So this is probably reinventing the wheel, as I often do. It's part of the thing, and the challenge is, can I invent and maybe go beyond what is the traditional way, because I've got access to YouTube videos at the University of YouTube. So here we are, getting